Hey everybody, it's me, Sean. Welcome back to, excuse me, welcome back to Transport Fever and our little system going on here. I always forget to turn off that thing. So I let things go a little longer than I expected in between episodes. We're up to 1879. We did replace all of our trucks with the new truck type. You can see there. These are not really the lines you're used to seeing. I'll get into that in a second, but yeah, you can see they've all been replaced. They're all much more powerful. We are making a lot of money. We've had some very profitable years. I spent a lot of money this year, and I'll show you why here in a minute, actually, this year and last year. But we've paid back most of our loan. We've got $2.7 million outstanding, so we've got about $8 million to play with. But I just set up a really ambitious project, and I am interested to see how it turns out. So we've got extra trains running on our food lines. We're not really having any problems there. But I did want to start getting some sort of goods into Mesa because it's not growing quickly enough. We're capping out on our food, so I can't really bring any more food in there. I'm probably going to want to try to get more stuff to Santa Clarita as well, but it's also capping out on food, and Thousand Oaks less important, but yep, they could use a little more food. This is a big town. I do want to get passenger service going between these three towns, and that is kind of the next project, but that's going to be a big project because that's going to require laying down a whole new rail line, buying a bunch of trains. We're looking at like $15 million. So I want to do something to last between there. Now, we've got this steel factory here, and we've got this goods factory up here, and I really want to take advantage of that. We have a plastic factory here where we can take our wheat that we're not using from down here. We've got coal and iron here that we can bring down to this steel farm, and we can start making all these goods here. Actually, I should get the lumber involved in this as well. Now, I'm trying something different. So what I've done is I've set up a bunch of different lines. Instead of having like a wheat line that goes from here to here, and iron that goes from here to here, and so forth, I've set up kind of is it like a daisy chain? Anyways, I've set up a little thing where this one just goes from here to here, and then that covers this thing here, and another truck goes from here to here, and then I've got a hub set up here, so the iron will come down here and hopefully get transferred down there, and coal will go from here to here, and you can see it's being dropped off there, dropped off here and transferred over to here, and then it'll go from there to there, and then the goods should come from here to here. So seems like it's working. I mean, all the production has started, right? Um, and so it's producing some wheat that's getting carried, and it seems like it should be pretty easy to add more trucks on as needed. So like you can see here that we need some more trucks on this line going in the middle, so I'm just going to throw like 6 more trucks on there. Now figuring out which line it is can be a little tricky. It's the B line there. um, uh, yeah, so I'm going to be real curious to see how this turns out. And if it doesn't, well, we're making enough money to where I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, there we go. That's my new project. I've sort of tried something like this before, but not as complex as this. I know that the game in the past has like tried to do this on its own. So I'm like trying to force it to do it instead. I'm basically trying to take advantage of the fact that it would do some weird stuff when I wasn't looking in the past. And hopefully it will, hopefully it'll behave in a way that is good for all of us. So I've also set up a construction goods route, a very long route, this construction goods route. So it's going to require a lot of horse trucks. Um, but it'll take the scrap from here all the way over here past Thousand Oaks to this construction goods site over there. And unfortunately, we're going to have a lot of trucks clumped up on that one for quite a while, but maybe they'll get spread out over time. And some of these might not become very practical until, like quite a ways further in the um, when we start having more advanced types of vehicles and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As long as I can just keep a steady stream of vehicles going back and forth and have them transferring goods, I think it'll work out okay. So this hub right here is really the most important one, and it seems like these trucks are picking up goods to take away. I just need to have more vehicles on that particular route. Keeping the vehicles on is really going to be the biggest challenge, I think, because there are going to be a lot of goods to haul. And the problem is that when you have multiple goods at one station, it's going to not haul the second good until the first good starts getting hauled. So you can see we are getting some of the wheat up from here, but eventually we're going to have steel and wheat sitting there. So I'm going to need to make sure I have enough vehicles on that route as well. And I could go through and specialize vehicles to only carry, but the problem then is that they won't carry anything back. And this relies on vehicles carrying stuff both ways. So I definitely need to keep a lot of vehicles on these routes. But I think it'll work out. And look at this, we're up to $4.5 million, so we can repay all of our debt. We've got $10 million in potential future debt. So maybe a few more. I don't know, it seems like that one's going okay. Our construction material one definitely is going to need more vehicles over time. I'm going to go ahead and throw a few more on here. And it seems like the rest of them are doing all right. I bet you this line is going to need more. But these all seem to not have anything piling up at them too badly. This line is another one that's going to be complicated because it'll be carrying plastic and coal down from here, and it'll be carrying wheat back up that way. So I might want to throw a few more onto that line as well. And that is the E line. Yeah, really hard to see the color show up on the road there, but I could just see it poking through between a little crack there. All right, I think this is going to work out for us. So let's start looking at passengers. Now, I think I am going to have our passenger station over here, and then we'll just have to set up a bus line, or I think I might actually do trams in the cities instead of buses. That'll be fun. So let's look at, now I'm probably going to want to have multiple track. We'd want to get up to Birmingham eventually, Santa Clarita, over to Toledo. I think that's it. It doesn't look like we're going to have any other direct routes coming out of here. There's nothing Manchester will hit coming from this way. I suppose we could eventually set up a Wichita route. So maybe I want to do 4 tracks. There we go. I think I'll set it like right here. Maybe a little more. Like having a good level track wouldn't be so bad. I do need to be able to have the lines coming out be flat or nice and level. And also I don't want to have that road there on the left side of it would interfere with being able to have little switchovers. On the other hand, switchovers are not really going to be a thing. Although I guess if I have express lanes and stuff, yeah, so I do want to keep the potential for switchovers. So you know what? How about I don't worry so much about it? Let's pull up our contour lines. Okay, so it is all pretty flat through here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it. I don't want to get too far from the town either. Although we're going to be hauling passengers out here, so we'll put that one there, and then over here, a little trickier getting on this side of the town. You know what? We could put it like right in here. It should be fine. I think I'm only going to need 2. I might connect directly to Birmingham, I guess. So 3. I don't see myself connecting directly to Huntsville. Although I suppose eventually, you know what? I mean, what's the cost difference, right? We have 192,000 versus 100. So I'll spend that extra 60,000. It's not that big a deal. And it's not like they cost any sort of potential, like any sort of significant maintenance or anything. And then over here for Thousand Oaks, I think I'm going to build it along the inside of the river here. So we'll put it kind of like that. Should be good. Great. So that'll be our first 3 train stations. We'll connect up Toledo as well, probably along the back side. But I think I'm just gonna do these first 3 first because we have them getting food and everything. Look at that, we're already up to $7.8 million, so we've got a good profit coming in. And looks like we could use more trucks all around. We need more trucks on this line for sure. Can't really have too many. I mean, I suppose we can, right? Because, you know, we could start losing money or something. But it doesn't seem like having too many on these lines is going to be a problem quite yet. And here I'll put some more onto the construction goods line. Now, I haven't really tried using the wait for full load thing yet, and I don't know whether they've gotten that fixed. It would be good for these ones that are one-way lines. It'd be real nice if they waited for a full load at their starting point. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how that is working out. I think I'm going to need some more on this route going back and forth as well. That is not the road depot, but that is. There we go. Buy road vehicles. And we'll set that for, what is that, D? There we go. Great. Okay, so we've got lots of road vehicles going. I am going to set up the train lines and stuff, and then we'll check back in once those are set up. So I'll see you then. So I have gotten our 3 towns set up here. Let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and turn the slow speed on because I did just set up the trams. So here in Mesa, you can see, let's go with visible lines only. Great. I guess that doesn't really make much of a difference. But you can see the passenger lines are these blue ones going around. Maybe can I set it to, there we go, show only tram lines. Well, that doesn't change. Oh, it does change what's visible. Great. Okay, so you can see I've got these tram lines going around. I'm not quite sure why it's showing that. That line is a tram line, but I guess we won't worry about it. I guess that counts as a tram depot. Anyway, so we've got tram lines going in circles here, taking everybody over here to the passenger station. And here at the passenger station, now I'm thinking ahead because I don't want them to build roads to block out where we have our crossovers. So I built all our crossovers first. I kind of set this line up to where it can curve around and head back up here to Birmingham eventually. And I put a depot on this so it can connect for trains if I need to sell a train in the future or something, and also of course the new trains that we'll be building. And then we have this line that goes around here, curves around this little farm. It's crazy, I believe this belongs to that farm. It's strange how far out it is. And we connect up over here to Santa Clarita. Here in Santa Clarita, we've got again a nice tram loop with some tram vehicles going along it. And then we come out of here and go over a bridge. Now I thought about building a bridge over this, but I feel like at least at this point we can have just this crossover and it's not really going to cause any problems. So we've got that going there. I had to redo these roads a little bit at this intersection, but I feel like I kept it looking reasonably nice. We've got a nice bridge here. And then again, our Thousand Oaks terminal here with a depot set up on and off ramps. This one is looking for the future to go over here to Huntsville. And but I believe our next line will probably be creeping along the river here into Manchester. But that's not literally the next line. That's just the next line going out of Thousand Oaks. I believe our next line will be connecting Mesa to whatever that town is by where the food is. So here in Thousand Oaks, we've got a nice kind of bow tie shaped tram loop, and that should get a lot of passengers going. So we're gonna start out. Boy, we've almost made enough money, and we're still debt free. Oh my gosh. We're gonna start out with one train. I guess I need to set up the lines first. So we'll put that to train, and we're gonna set up a new line. It's gonna be cyan for passengers, and this will be train, and it's Thousand Oaks to Santa Clarita, and it will go from here to here. Very good, and that's it. I don't really need to do anything else on that one. So you're good to go. Let's go ahead and put a train on that route. By train, I'm actually going to go ahead and put 2 on here at the very start, because why not? All right, so let's see. This can go up to 37 miles an hour. That can go 31. That can go 50. I would like to be able to go that top speed. Running costs are considerably more, and the capacity is about the same. But you know what? Let's do it. We'll go high class all the way. Have I bought a train yet? It doesn't look like I have. Okay, so there's our train. And we'll go 1. I'm going to guess 3 ought to be enough. And then we will duplicate that. Probably don't have enough money right now. Yeah. Borrow some money. I don't know how much that's going to cost. We have 4 million, a little over $2 million. Okay, that's all right. And you're going to go there. And the next one will also go on there, but I want to wait until this train gets closer to completing a loop. So let's just watch it here. This is exciting. Whole new line. I'm gonna go ahead and close this down. We don't need to sit there and stare at it. Of course, no passengers yet. Oh, I already have that train clicked on. There we go. Let's watch it, and we'll set our new train. Once this one gets to the second bridge, we'll set this one up to get started, and that should have them fairly well balanced out between the two towns. And we'll have a whole new revenue stream coming in. Things are really going well for us, you know. I mean, what did it take us 10 years before we really started making a profit? But now that we have, yeah, we seem to be making a pretty solid profit. So, all right, there we go. So now we've got 2 trains on that loop, fairly well balanced. And we'll get a couple of trains going on this loop as well. So we're going to need to borrow quite a bit of money, but not for long. And here we'll do the same thing. We're going to put on a Baldwin with 3 of those, and we're going to clone it. And I guess I need to set the line up first. So we'll go new line, cyan, and it will go from here, and it will go to here. Great. And that is our Mesa Santa Clarita. So it's T Mesa Santa Clarita. Beautiful. Close you down. Set you. Oh, train 13, spooky. Set you on that line, and we'll watch you make your little adventure here. And then as this one gets close, not quite sure where the close mark will be. I guess after it passes that little farm. Then we'll set the next one on that line, and we'll have passenger service between our 3 towns, which will be really neat. So off to a good start. Of course, no passengers yet. Got to let it run dry a little while before it starts working. Look at all those cattle that we've got piled up there. So much cattle. You can see we're starting to pile up some passengers on our tram route over there, which is nice. And here, it's not really going to matter how precise we are on this one, but I feel like once we clear this farm field, there we go. Great. Okay, so might have been a little soon. It does have a little ways to go before it gets in there, so we're fine. Don't worry about it, Sean. Calm down. Okay, so that means that our passenger line, the road vehicle one, definitely needs to be retired. All right, I guess that counts as a tram one for some reason. So this one right here, we will send to the depot and sell. And this line, can I delete it? There we go. Great. Do not need that line anymore. We've got trains to carry those passengers. Now, okay, so it looks like we are piling up on the wheat on this line, and we're piling up on the stuff coming out of there. So I'm going to throw a Mesa road vehicles on here. And that is the B line. And I'm going to do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a road depot in here just to make it a little more convenient. Turn this one like that. There we go. And we'll throw another 10 on down here. And that is road tools B. Beautiful. Close you down. Nothing piling up here. Oh. So it's trying to take tools this away. So what I need to do is I need to set this line. No, that's the construction good line. I need to set the tools line to at Mesa East, drop off only, unload only. Great, because it doesn't need to be bringing tools back down here. That's what this route is for, to deliver tools. Yeah. So I do need to watch out for that. But that's okay. Not a problem. So we've got plenty of vehicles to haul the stuff up here and additional vehicles to haul it down here. And I guess I probably need some more vehicles on this route, maybe? Oh, I see. I bet you they're trying to take the tools and stuff into Santa Clarita, which I guess isn't really a problem. It's not ideal. But you know what? I mean, if that's what they're going to do, don't stand in the way of progress. Let them do their thing. I don't mind. I might need to throw some additional vehicles onto there, but yeah, if we can get some tools into Santa Clarita, they'll appreciate that. So they're doing pretty good on food, and how are they doing on food in Mesa? Mesa is doing great on food, so I don't really need to have any more trains making more food. Looks like I could use some additional vehicles in this loop right here. So I'm going to throw another 10 on there. And that is the C line, I believe. Tool C. No, D. Looks like D. There we go. Great. And over here, looks like nothing is piling up at any of these spots, but a little bit of coal is piling up here. So maybe I want to get some additional vehicles on. That would be like the F or the G line. G. There we go. Great. Cool. So we've got those going on. Looks like we're managing to get some production done, which is real good. I like that. And we don't have things piling up too badly, except in here where we do have a lot of stuff piling up. And I've got ourselves a traffic deadlock, which was something I was kind of hoping to avoid. Now, can I set some, how about I upgrade these roads? Will it allow me to do that? Construction not possible. Oh, I could do it on a segment-wide basis too. Too much slope. There we go. And will that allow the vehicles to get through the little traffic jam that I've set up here? So there's one problem that I hadn't really considered. I tried, that's why I have so many of these depots, is to try to avoid these kind of backups. But it's not entirely possible to do. I think it's because I put so many new vehicles onto the route. But no, it seems like they're going pretty good. And it's, I guess it is just it's just one line that's on this too, isn't it? Yeah, so it's not like I have two lines going in here. So, okay, that's all right. All right, guys, that's going to be this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying this. I definitely am having a lot of fun, and I like our crazy little setup that we've got going here. Hopefully we can keep up with it. If you are enjoying this, you ought to click the like button and leave me a comment down in the comment section. I would love to hear what you have to say. And I will see you with the next episode real soon. Bye.